the Minister for Finance Services and Property, the Honourable Victor Dominello. Well, thank you very much, Jeff. I also acknowledge all the distinguished guests here, and thank you very much for turning up today. This is different today because today we're going live, we're going digital, and we haven't done that previously, and that's really exciting because no other state or territory government or even the feds are doing what we're doing here with state archives. That is a complete digital suite in relation to the cabinet papers. And again, we are leading the way here in New South Wales, and we want to do that because it's not just in relation to archives that we're doing it, it's Service New South Wales as a digital platform where we're leading the country, whether it's making sure that we have petrol information through fuel check open up and available to the citizens, making it a citizen-centric service, whether it's train data and train information. This is part of a digital journey that we're all on here in New South Wales, but more importantly that we are leading, and we want to continue with that. And SARA, the State Archives and Record Authority, kudos to them for doing this, a remarkable effort, because it is really powerful to see this information in a digital platform. I don't know if many of you have actually gone to the State Archives and Record Authority up there in Kingswood. It is a beautiful, beautiful building, and it's an amazing place. I encourage you all to go there because it's a great way to spend some time, some quality time, going through the papers. But not everyone has the luxury of getting out there to Kingswood and spending 2 or 3 hours a day. If you're working 9 to 5 or 8 to 6 or whatever the case may be, sometimes the only time you'll get access is after you put the kids to bed at night, and then you've got a couple of hours between 9 and 11 to do a deep dive in relation to the state archives. Now you can do it from the benefit of your computer or through your smartphone. You can do it in your home. You can do it whilst you're lazing by the beach. That's the benefit of the digital age. And what is really exciting about this is having a look at all the decisions that were made 30 years ago and seeing how history often repeats itself. It's similar themes, just now it's in a digital format in many ways. So I'd particularly like to thank the former Premier Barrie Unsworth. I know he's going to say a few words. And to the curator, Paul, thank you very much, Paul, for your great work. I was having a look on the way here, and apart from the gems that we've already discussed on the news this morning, whether it's the Sydney Harbour Tunnel, whether it's the sacking of the Sydney Council, or there was a couple of other interesting things such as the creation of what is now the University of Western Sydney. But another thing I saw from your piece, Paul, was that planning gem called dual occupancy, and that came about 30 years ago, dual. And I was just coming out of high school back then and thinking, oh my God, what are they doing in relation to our quarter-acre block? And again, similar themes today in relation to planning. So enjoy today. I've already heard from a number of journalists that said, wow, this is impressive, because now rather than going out there and doing a deep dive into the papers, they can do all their research online from home. And that makes journalism stronger. And in an era of fake news, we can now all go to the original document, which is even better for information. So that's great. So thank you very much. Particularly thanks goes to you, Anne, and your board. You're doing great work there at SARA, and to the team that you run there at SARA, Jeff. Thank you very much. This is a great win and a great tool of empowerment for all of us citizens here in New South Wales.
It's now my very great pleasure to welcome the Honourable Barrie Unsworth to come and say a few words, or as many words as you like. Mr Unsworth represented the Australian Labor Party in the New South Wales Parliament from 1978 through to 1991. He served as the 36th Premier of New South Wales from July 1986 to March 1988. And I'd like now to really to invite Mr Unsworth to the platform. Thank you.
A very noted Harvard University philosopher, George Santayana, made a statement. Those who do not remember the past are condemned to repeat it. The release of Cabinet minutes after 30 years enables all those interested to study government decision making and the detailed reasons supporting those decisions, to examine them through this process. Digitising the documents will enable universal access for all in the digital age, and for this the government is to be commended. Readers will take from the minutes that which is of interest to them. It may be the financing of the Sydney Harbour Tunnel. It may be the rejection of the 1987 Trump-Kern bid for the Sydney Casino. I have a different perspective in reviewing the achievements of the Rand and Unsworth governments over the 12 years of our administration of New South Wales, as revealed in the Cabinet minutes. Our success in providing lasting additions to the state's infrastructure of transport, health, education and essential services is there for all to see. Given the current concern about the future viability and adequacy of electricity supply in Australia, I'm reminded that 30 years ago next month, I opened the Bayswater Power Station, constructed and operated by the Electricity Commission of New South Wales. And to prove it, I brought along the memento that I was given on that occasion. Notwithstanding the continued growth of our population, our built environment and demand for the essential service of electricity, no additions have been made to our state's generating capacity since that time, 30 years ago. The rush by contemporary governments to divest themselves of essential services in the area of electricity generation, transmission and distribution should be a matter of concern, given the profit-driven attitude of private sector owners as demonstrated by the Liddell situation today. Consequently, I would hope that these minutes would be examined to enable a wider audience to understand the complexity of Cabinet decision-making. As a child, I attended the sesquicentennial celebrations in the Sydney Botanic Gardens in 1938 and recall them with fond memories. The minutes reveal the planning and infrastructure built for the bicentennial celebrations in 1988, which were of lasting benefit to our state and recalled with great satisfaction by those who participated in them. Therefore, let's follow Santayana's advice and use these minutes to remember the past.